Hey guys, today I'm bringing you a video with after the Batchat AP video that I did. Would be very fitting for once I'm uploading a video of the tank that is next to the line, which is the Batchat. The Batchat, of course, the tier 10 French tanky, and it is a cheeky little monster. And basically it's sort of like the tier 9, only the difference is the gun. And this one is just, it's more mobile. For some reason, I feel that both tanks work really well, but differently. All in all, I just really love this tank. I love that it's cheeky. I love that it's sneaky. It's one of those tanks that has really taught me to basically just turn around and basically reposition myself, be sneaky and be a flanker, but not in the way that you are useless and you're camping at the back, but just that you are like flanking and taking a chance to take sneaky shots like this. In the same time, I am staying in this position for a little bit now, but we've already lost 2 teammates. But the thing is that I have a teammate behind me and they are now pushing that poor little Batchat on the other team. So I can safely see if I can take shots without any risk to myself, because the thing is that while being a Batchat, it also means that anything that can shoot you will pain you, and anything that you meet will be able to HE you. So I take some shots into that guy, and in the meantime we are now down by a few plays already, so I'm reloading my clip. These guys are gone, and I mainly just want to make sure that we have the advantage, because as long as I'm not getting shot at, I can cap the base in safety, and it can get the game back towards us, really. Now, the Batchat is one of those tanks that has 2 guns, and the gun that you start with, the stock gun, is quite awful because the pan is quite terrible. So I generally don't drive anything stock in the high tiers. I just free speed all the way and just basically gulp my way into having a proper tank. Same with the crew and everything. So now it is 3 versus 3. There's a guy over there. He's bouncing on me, which is always a lovely thing when that happens when you're a Batchat, because, well, if you're a Batchat, you're not supposed to bounce anything. And luckily, my team has the brain to stay where we are, because we have the better position where we are, because it is very easy for us to dominate these 2 bases together. But we do have to be careful, because we're also quite juicy tanks. Now, the Jäger is coming, and he is giving me the evil eye, and he hits the rock, which is very good for me, because it means that I can actually clip in, even though the last shot does not do damage. Now we've also spotted the grill, and we need to be careful most of all for these 2 big guns, because they can eat us very quickly. So we are just basically careful. I am reloading my clip now, and with that done, I kind of want to get the shots in. At the same time, I don't really want to risk it, but my teammate is sort of going YOLO, and I managed to track him. So now we are just going at it together. And as we do that, and as I fire my last shot into the tank, I'm actually, thankfully that does no damage, but I actually blocked my teammate a little bit there on accident, because I wanted to get away, especially with the grill coming up over. So we are basically now a bit screwed. I still have a shot, so I can take out the Jäger, but he does that for me. And the grill is still there. He shoots. I'm reloading my clip again, and we should be okay at this stage. And the thing is that even if one of us dies, the other will be able to take out this grill. And that's actually a lovely thing. This is one of those games that I love mainly because of the teamwork. I don't feel like I did anything particularly special, but the fact that I capped bases helped go towards this golden little badge. This was, I'm not sure if it was the first ace that I got in it, but it's just a lovely game. And so we'll move on to the next game already, but like I said, it's the accidental teammates that make or break the game for you. So in this case, I'm pretty forwards. I decide to just see if I can get away with it. I don't, but I do get some nice shots in and some nice extra assisted damage. Even though he will shoot me again, I did fully load my clip into him, and I'm pulling back, which makes him bounce, which is all the better for me. And that's one thing you'll find that happens more often in these games that I've chosen to show you. It's the bounces. The Batchat is one of those tanks that it's not supposed to bounce anything, but the armor that you have kind of lies in your mobility, because if you pull back and you pull back while wiggling, you're a lot more likely to bounce than when you pull back straight, or when you're just pulling back or going forwards. For some reason, going backwards helps you bounce more often. So I want to see if I can decap them, but I can't. They're too far away and not in a position where I can shoot them, except for that guy with a barely able to see him, I murder him, and that's something that I quite enjoy. And this is a tank that, even though I'm partly very forward in it, I'm also hesitant in it, because I'm very aware of the fact that anything that I can meet can eat me alive, if I don't play it smartly, basically. So I now go on to their spawn, because I know that they're all in the middle over there, which means that hopefully I can get some shots in, which is what I try to do here. But I'm not entirely sure, and I'm not risking wasting another clip reload. And I decide to just push on and see what I can do. I mainly want that big gun out of the way, because it's not nice to meet ADS. So with him there, I decide to peek on up a little bit further, shoot the wall, which is very, very useful. But I do get a third shot in as well, and then I just need to reload again. We are at an advantage. I have capped the only base that we have, so the points are going up in my favor, in my XP favor, I should say. And any damage that I do is basically just bonus. So I'm hoping that this guy peeks on up and over. I still bounce on his head, but I do get the other shots in. That's the thing though, you can clip people, but you have to make sure that all your shots spend, because it's all the more important to land the shots and to make sure that you actually do the damage that you want to do. Because if you're on a clip reload and you are at a disadvantage in HP, it can kill you very, very easily. Now though, this is a very safe game. We are at a definite advantage. Basically any damage that I do now is just bonus, and the guy is pinned, he can't really do anything. He's not even looking at me, he's trying to shoot my teammates, which is good for me because it lets me reload in peace, even though I very much doubt that I'll be able to get another shot in. But as I reload, I do get it in time, and I kill him off. And it's the end of a sweet little game. Nothing too exciting, but it goes to show that if you just move around a lot, you can do a lot in this tank. And again, capping bases definitely helps the Batchat and helps with acing it. And while we admire the assisted damage, the supremacy points, and the damage that I did, we are going into the third game of this video. And this is actually the best game that I've had in the Batchat. Regardless of how it goes, you'll see. But it's just one of those games where it just went... I love it. I love it for multiple reasons, and you will see why. This guy really wants me. He bounces on me. That's always a good start, because Batchats, like I said, are not supposed to bounce. He's not shooting me. I track him. I pull back because I mainly want my teammates to basically be the fodder here, not me. While I reload in peace, we cap the base and see if we can get away with it. I want to kill this guy quite badly, because he is a big risk, also because he can ram me to death, and ramming me is something that he will enjoy, but I won't. But now I have to reload my clip again, and I'm sort of dependent on my teammate right now. The Leo PTA is coming up. I need to make sure that I take him out, if not the E50. E50 really wants to be dead now. And now we have the PTA that is shooting the ground for me, which is a good thing. So he capped the base, my teammate is going in, he kills him, and now we can cap in peace. And now we have a base. I'm reloading my clip, I should say. And then I'm moving on forwards. This is something that I generally like to do. I like to go here and see if I can troll cap base B. And that shot was taken way too hasty, which is why it didn't pen. And any damage that I can do to them while they try to push my teammates is good damage. And in this case, while I'm reloading the clip, I can just drive down a little bit and see if I can manage to get the cap and get that advantage. Now there's a 704 there, which I shoot the ground for, which is like very useful. And I use the rock to hide myself and reload my clip again. And in this stage, I think that I've played too passive. I should have gone either which way, but it is 4 versus 5. I am a little bit afraid. I need to help my teammate the best I can, and the best I can do that right now is by staying alive. He is one shot now, and I really want him out of the way. Thing is that shot not panning might have just spelled my doom. So I used the rocks as cover while reloading my clip again. And even though they're not looking all too healthy, I need to be very careful because there's only 3 of us left and there's 5 of them, which means that they have a lot more guns. But with this guy here, I can just reload in peace. He takes out a teammate, but that is at least one big gun out of the way, and now I just need to not be here and not be shot by the E100 and somehow survive. I'm a little bit stuck here, which is not a good thing, especially when you have an autoloader there, you have the waffle behind, you have the E100, and at this stage I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be here. So I decide to take a chance and see if I can get away. I bounce a shot on my bomb by I think it was the waffle, but could have been the E100, not sure. I'm never good with those numbers. And I get the heck out of there. My teammate is still alive here, and we kind of just, as long as we survive, we could be okay if they don't cap base B. But that also means that we need to sort of overlook base B. And I decide to go up the hill here to see, because they are taking B, and I want to see if I can decap it, but I don't really see them. I do get a shot in, but that was not the one that was capping, and that is very costly. I can clip the guy, which is very helpful. I'm already over 4k damage in. And that shot definitely panned though, and it did 911 damage, which is a very fitting number in this case. And at this stage things are looking very, very dire, and even though we have base A, it will not be enough. We need to get a move on, we need to make it happen. I don't have that much HP left, and we need to get that E100 out of the way. I can shoot him now. He is looking at me. He wants the base, but I do kill him off. But there is a guy in base A capping it, which means that we get no more points. I'm the last one left. And this is probably why this is the best game I've had in this Batchat. Look at those bounces. Just, it's insane. It shouldn't be able to happen. But it was just so much fun. But then we had 1k points and it's all over. And I lost it, but I lost it on an ace, and it was a really fun game. I liked the game, even though it wasn't perfect, even though we didn't win. I got 825 supremacy points, and it wasn't enough. So now we get to the last game of this video. Again, Batchat. It's all about the Batchat. It's all about this little beastie that I just adore. I love the way that it's small. It has a tiny profile. It can hide behind a lot of things easily, and it's just something that I love driving this thing. Even if I lose, even if I don't have the highest possible stats in it that I could potentially have, I just enjoy it so much. And I think that is because, well, dare I say it? Yes, I do. It's a very cheeky tank. I like cheeky tanks. I like tanks that can reposition, that can, especially in Supremacy, this tank is very strong. It does not have armor, but it has the speed, and this Yege does not have a brain, and he's just driving there, and he's just letting us shoot him, and he's not going to survive much longer when he drives like that. But yes, this little cheeky thing allows you to dominate the battlefield so well, and that's basically the main reason that I love it. It's perfect for Supremacy because it can cap bases. It's a tiny target. You just have to avoid getting hit, because anything that can hit you, will pen you, and will probably destroy you. So similar to what I did on the other game on this map, I am flanking around. I just mainly just want to get the damage in, see who is there, see if I can get some shots into them. This guy now really wants me, but the thing is that with the FV, you know that I have to aim for a long time. So as long as you keep moving, it is very easy to make them miss you. You're a tiny target, HE shells fly slower, all of that combined just works so well for the Batchat. And in this case, the FV stands no chance. So we are slowly moving in. I want to get that FV out of the way. He is a big gun. If he does spam me, and the closer that I get, the easier it will be for him to actually shoot me. That's why I basically want to get him out of the way. But the thing is that he's not really careful, and when he comes out, I can shoot him again. And I have a giant rock in front of me, so he can't really shoot me. His teammate, however, does. So now I don't like his teammate anymore, and I decide to push forwards a little bit. I don't want to use my heat here because there's a lot of cover in between, and I'm not sure that that will go well, even though sometimes it magically does. Now I have a tiny bit of, I have one shell left in my clip, and with him dead I decide to finally reload. There's a Forge there that is not looking at me, he is shooting my teammate. which is not necessarily a bad thing for me, because in this case, with the second base being capped, we will have the advantage. I can HE him in the bum. He's not even trying to get to me, so I kill him off, and that makes it very easy. Now I have one shot left. I decide to shoot him because I generally won't have the time to reload again and kill him off. But when he is just standing there, I have plenty of HP. There's only one way to do it, and that is to ram an IS-8 in the Batchat. So that is a quite nice way to end the game, in my opinion. It is a fun game to end with. It is another ace, but it is not a loss. But it was a fun game, in my opinion. This is how I play the Batchat. I flank it with it, I'm cheeky with it, I'm very forward with it. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you guys will enjoy the tank, and I'll be seeing you guys the next time again. Bye bye!